this is only the second time I've walked outside. We're filming it from the other end today. So this is the ramp up to the front door of my house. And because it's such a new environment, no stable handrail to hold. Everything is super slow, but hey, this is how you improve. You gotta keep on trying new things. And first of all, I've never stopped exercising. Basically, for the 7 years, I've always exercised. Right from the time I came home from hospital. And with my mentality of just keep on trying, I can't even tell you how many new attempts to walk. I'll try to, because I gotta find all the old videos. Different ways of crutches, with walkers, with holding on to Nasuma's hand, holding on to her arm, walking outside, walking with one rail. I keep on constantly trying to change things up. Yeah. I'm not a physiotherapist, but I really think like one. I mean, I've been doing it for 7 years non-stop. So, even a physiotherapist has days off. I don't. I do 7 days a week. I put my life on hold. This is my project. Healing and walking is my project. I don't care about anything else. That's why I guess I improve so much, because I literally, this is my number one priority. You know, everything else comes second place. I want to heal and I want to walk. You know, you may think, hey, this is pretty slow, but don't forget, I was completely paralyzed. And yeah, so this is the second time I've done this. You can't really tell, but it's on a slope. This is the ramp up to the front door, so it's at an angle, so it's a bit harder to walk, especially when there's no rail. I'm just holding onto the wall, so it's very scary. I'm thinking about the fall most of the time. That's why I always say to anyone I talk to, the number one, yeah, almost the number one issue with recovery from something this big is the mental state. You have to be right, you know. The mental state has to be right. I mean, I still exercise every single day, 7 years later. How am I able to do this? It's the mindset. I I never ever told myself it couldn't be done. Imagine, this is very common sense stuff. If you tell yourself, or if you listen to the doctors that tells you will never walk again, what the hell do you think is going to happen? If you already tell yourself it can't happen, you will not exercise. You will not exercise. And there will be no possible progress. So this is what I mean by the mindset, the mental state is so important. You have to be in the right state of mind. And because I've always said, after recording part 14, I never asked the doctor, will I ever walk again? I never asked this question. Because in my mind, I already decided I am going to walk. So why would I even bother asking the doctor? Anyone in a wheelchair, or especially one that ended up in a wheelchair in their adult years, I'm sure most people, almost everyone, ask the doctor, will I ever walk again? I never asked this question because I didn't need to. In my mind, I already decided I am gonna walk. So I never had to ask that question. So even though I never asked the doctor, will I ever walk again? If he volunteered that statement, Tom, you'll never walk again, my personality would have totally ignored the guy. I would have just thrown it in the bin. I don't give a fuck what you say. I want to walk, and what you say doesn't matter to me. And you know, maybe you guys can have an understanding how someone who was so badly damaged after the part of my brain that controls movement was taken out by the doctors, I still recovered because the whole time mentally, I that was the goal, to walk. Nothing else mattered. You guys saw the pictures from the first two hospitals. I was being hoisted everywhere because I was completely paralyzed. You know, even when I walked out of hospital, I only walked 1 month before I left hospital. So before I left, all the occupational therapists they arranged the Hoyer hoist, and just before I left, maybe 1 week before, I said I don't need a hoist. I started using the slide board, and get your mind in place. If you ever had the thought that, oh, I'll never walk again, first of all, reset your brain. Throw that shit out the out the bin. You don't need that in your head. You know, how are you supposed to do what I do if you have the thought, I will never walk again? The doctor told me I will never walk again. Forget it. You have to dump all that crap from your brain and start like I started. Always positive. The goal is to walk. Anything else the doctor says doesn't matter. Not important. Julie, you asked about the Pelican belt. This is what it is. It's a belt with handles on it, so Mosuma can grab me if I lose balance. So we're gonna try something risky. That's why she decided to get the belt. So we open the door and we're gonna walk further out where it's steeper. The gradient is a bit steeper, so that's why she got the belt. Like I said, I'm always trying new things. Hey, if I fall, big deal. there's construction there's construction workers across the road. I told Masumo, if I fall, just go grab some guys and pick me up. So what? Big deal. No big deal. I fall. And so we're walking out the gate where it's a bit steeper, a bit more riskier. That's why we got the belt.
Jesus Christ.
So, when you're learning to walk, just keep on trying new things. And especially when seriously, I've been doing it for 7 years. I know my body so well. As soon as I recognize that, hey, I think I'm ready for it, I'll just try it. That's why, I walked first without someone holding, and then March the 15th, I walked just holding one rail without holding the walking stick. When you've been doing it this long, any little change, your body will tell you. Your body will say, "Hey, I think we're ready for the next step." And this is why I keep on improving. Because I don't care if I fall. I fall, big deal. I'll get up and I'll do it again. And for if you're not as advanced as I am, like in your recovery, for speaking to Eric, where he's still, a lot of the body still doesn't work. So how I did it was just repetition, crazy amounts of repetition. The first 2 months was insane. Hours, literally hours, 4, 5, 6 hours a night, just attempting to move my arm. And this is where the stubbornness came in. How many people can do like 5 hours of not even moving, attempting to move? That's what I did. That's how I broke free.
Like, comment, and subscribe.